Alright everyone, welcome to Broken Roads, and I will admit, took a moment of restraint not to say good day. I'm not going to go any further than that, but hi. I've not been making many videos recently, mostly because writing reviews is hard and I need to do the review for episode 3 of Frot, but also that I'm having a hard time focusing on things, and then the demo for Broken Roads came out, and I realised I want to cover this anyway. Rather than just playing through the whole demo and writing down my thoughts, why not just play through it and commentate? Because, I mean, 1, it's easier for me, 2, it accomplishes the same thing, and 3, it gets stuff out there, and I want this to be more publicly known, because I didn't even know the demo had launched when it first launched. I had to check via the dev Drop Bear Bytes Twitter feed, and they went, oh, by the way, in case you missed it, our demo's out on the Steam thing, and I was like... Like, for some reason, Steam goes, oh, do you want to buy something? Now we'll tell you about it. But the demo launched, oh, I don't give a fuck about that, because fucking capitalism. Broken Roads is a post-apocalyptic RPG set in the heartland of Australia. But when you are thinking of post-apocalyptic Australia, by and large, I am thinking more along the lines of, maybe not Fury Road, but like Mad Max 1 / The Rover. That kind of slow burn, more social apocalypse, rather than, I mean, you know, that. So, the thing that really drew me towards this, apart from the fact that I just love RPGs in general, and post-apocalyptic ones especially, Broken Roads has, rather than a moral alignment system, a philosophical alignment system. And we'll definitely see some of this in the demo. But just up front, it's a very interesting alternative to the idea of good versus evil, because, I mean, when you're in a post-apocalyptic world, good and bad are much harder to define, given scarcity and other kind of social pressures. So, having a philosophical compass instead, and no one single direction being optimal, but all of them having their own benefits and drawbacks, seems like an extremely smart decision that I'm stunned no one else has actually made thus far. I mean, obviously, pen and paper tabletop role-playing games, yes, there is almost certainly someone out there has made this kind of thing, and we do have games like Disco Elysium, which do have that kind of political compass thing, but it's mostly there to mock the player for either believing too much in one philosophy or not really believing in any of them at all. Still love it when I got world's most laughable centrist as an achievement in that game. But anyway, that's enough preamble. Let us crack on.
My nan called it the end of time. Dad called it a waste of good beer. Me, I called it another day in bloody paradise. It's been 100 years, more or less, since society had its last hurrah. We've rebuilt, sometimes better, sometimes worse, with nothing but hard yakka and the sweat off our backs. There's been bloodshed too, of course. People who will always be willing to kill for what they didn't earn. But that's not most of us. We're the farmers, the brewers, the protectors and the builders. The people who keep this great land connected, one town at a time. So you survive. You make do. You live with tough choices and you don't look back. Because the next town is 200 kilometres away, and mate, you passed the last refuge 3 days ago. There's no good or evil, no right or wrong. Only the path you choose to travel down these broken roads.
Here we go. Welcome to the Steam demo of Broken Roads. We're delighted to present the current state of the game, but there's still some time before release. I have already been made aware that there may potentially be a soft lock which occurs early on, but there is apparently a way to get around it, which is just clear out and then just go back in again. Feedback by Discord. Now quit reading this rubbish and get stuck into it. There we fucking go. Right, so we have some backgrounds. Obviously, we've only got hired gun at the moment because this is the demo, but you've also got surveyor, barter crew, and jackaroo, which is your kind of wanderlust, just you pick around all over the place doing whatever you need doing. Now, hired gun seems like a pretty good basic one to start with because it's going to be obviously somewhat more combat heavy, but won't completely preclude the ability to do more combat stuff. Surveyor is obviously going to be more your kind of, you know, wilderness-based character. I just realised, is that... What the fuck? I'm sorry, I follow too many gun tubers. What the fuck is that? That Kalashnikov hurts to look at. Alright, I'm gonna take a moment here, because I'm really sorry, but I have to get kind of into this. One, where the fucking bolt? Like, unless that's got a left hand... No, because the selector switch is quite literally... So with an AK-47, the selector switch is on the right-hand side, allowing you to thumb it up, down, or into an intermediate position if it's fully automatic. And the bolt basically gets stopped moving because the selector switch will put it into safe, and that stops the bolt from fully cycling. There is no bolt. That is literally just an empty dust cover with nothing inside it. That's step one. Secondly, the dust cover is improperly shaped. The bolt couldn't even go back far enough. Thirdly, the AK-47 is a gas-operated rifle, and the idea is that gas goes up the tube as the bullet is expended, and then the gas is fed up through this little pinhole here, up into this tube, and back here, which fires the bolt back into home, allowing it to cycle another round. There is nothing connecting the gas block. Now, that could just be this guy's got a prop gun. That would be fucking hilarious if it turns out you spawn with this guy and he's got a fucking toy gun he's spray painted, and that would take someone with, like, firearms knowledge to notice. But I'm just looking at that and going... alright, never mind. In fact, now I'm just going to have a look at some of these other ones as well. Okay, that looks like a fairly standard... Like, that looks okay. That looks like a proper break action over-under. Yeah, close enough. Obviously, it's more simplistic, simplistic design. Yeah, like, everything else looks pretty... Left-handed cycling on the rifle as well, like... Please tell me these people didn't take, like, firearm references from like, Fallout 3 or something, where all the guns cycled on the left-hand side for some fucking reason. But anyway, I'm... I did not think that was what was going to stop me for a second, but let's just read this. You grew up with a gun in your hand, and one that actually worked, and not a fucking toy Kalashnikov. If you wanted to eat, you shot what your parents told you to shoot. Starvation is a powerful motivator. It was that simple. They hired you out when you were in your teens, telling clients that a hungry kid shoots better. After a few years, you worked up the courage to run away, and you crossed the outback to make a new life for yourself. Turns out you got one main skill: hurting people. You've hired yourself out for a few years now. Protection for barter crews and scrap prospectors, an extra gun for a gang raid. You've even earned a bit of a reputation. That's why you weren't surprised when the Brookton crew offered you a permanent gig with their barter crew. It's a mad world out there, and instead of trying to make sense of it, you've carved your place in it. Be damned if anyone thinks you'll just quit. So, yeah, very much the, look, strength is power and power rules. Don't fucking think too much more of it. There we go, we've got little highlights to tell us precisely what certain things do. Opportunist. Help yourself to a free swipe at enemies doing a run. I love the Australian vernacular here. Chance to make an attack on enemies moving out of melee range. Oh, great, so if they actually get into melee then run off, I can pop a shot off at them still. Make every shot count. For you, not them. Bonus accuracy. Blah, 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 blah. Lovely. Right, let's crack on. Okay, we've got a couple of basic archetypes. Name can't be empty. Fuck you. Right. My god, that's such an apocalypse world. Oh, okay, I'll talk about apocalypse world maybe later, but this is the moral compass. Say moral, philosophical. The moral compass shows a 360-degree view of possible dialogue options, attitudes you can hold, and decisions that you can make throughout your journey. It is divided into 4 parts: utilitarian, nihilist, Machiavellian, and humanist, with a golden nut respecting your worldview, often overlapping different quadrants. With where a decision lies is not always clear-cut, and the borders matter. It's entirely possible to be a utilitarian focused on the greater good for all, which will suit options in that quadrant closest to the humanist border. Likewise, you can be within the utilitarian quadrant, but tending far more to focus on the interests of your own group, with decisions tending towards the Machiavellian border. Broken Rose doesn't reduce to simple right and wrong, or good and evil, and this is reflected in how you can handle the scenarios you face on your journey. So, yeah, so you could be just purely nothing fucking matters, everyone's out for themselves, but you want to achieve that personal goal through manipulating others, or maybe you want to do so but in an ethical way, and similar with utilitarianism and same with Machiavellian humanists. So it's an interesting idea. The golden arc in the centre represents your worldview. With each decision you can make affecting your position in the compass. This is a different piece of... For a moment there I got very confused. Slightly towards the decision you have made. At the centre of the compass are the brightly illuminated areas of moral tendencies, which allow your character to make lower-level moral decisions or expressions of ideas that would otherwise fall outside their worldview. Note that the further a decision is from the centre of your worldview, the larger impact it will have on shifting it. Plus, the more decisions you have made close to the centre of your worldview, the more narrow-minded you will become, allowing you to make higher-level decisions. I have become advanced Machiavellianist! The more narrow-minded you become, allowing you to make... Conversely, selecting a wider range of choices will make you broad-minded, often allowing more options but making certain higher-level decisions and moral traits, perks unique to characters with a particular alignment that can affect dialogue or combat skills, unavailable. So you can be a centrist, but you're going to miss out on that high-level humanist philosophy. There's no min-maxing here. So, humanist is basically, each person's dignity matters most. I choose all meaning and thus what matters, but what is inalienable is that every person has worth. For the humanist, each person's dignity matters most, simply through existing as a being experiencing the world. And there's utilitarian. Everyone's happiness combined matters most. The greatest good for the greatest number. I believe that everyone's happiness combined matters most, and thus can justify causing harm or suffering, depending on the outcome. Machiavellian, my group matters most. The ends justify the means if it favours our pursuit and maintenance of power. As a Machiavellian, my group matters most regardless of the cost to others. And then there is nihilist. I believe in nothing! Nothing? Nothing! Watch The Big Lebowski if you haven't already, it's fucking great. Given there's nothing outside of each individual human experience and nothing ultimately matters, and that doesn't bother me! Thus, for the nihilist, I matter most. Fuck you, got mine! Oh shit, no. Close. Beautiful. So, question. Oh, we got a fucking... New Vegas. Yes, I see two bears high-fiving. You just picked up a job to escort a captured thief. You get to talk and he tells you the sad tale of how he came to be captured. Sounds like he was not really the perp and actually makes a pretty good case for his innocence. He begs you to free him. So we could be a humanist, let him go free, argue his case, at least prevent an innocent man from enduring mob justice, or we have more jobs down the track, so lose the job but fulfill my own moral obligations. Nihilist, well, I've been paid to do a job and I'm going to do it. Doesn't matter what he says, doesn't even matter if he's innocent, I am just going to hand him over. Then there's utilitarian. Look, I'll plead your case, and I don't think it's right for anyone to execute an innocent man, and it doesn't serve mine if he's actually guilty. The best I can do is ensure that he gets a fair trial. And then there is Machiavellian, which is, you know, make me an offer. Obviously, I won't get the other half or your pay if you get to Brookton without him, and if you help him escape, your reputation of higher gun will take a hit. I'm going to go with utilitarian, because I'd rather see that everyone gets their day in court than see that people can buy their way out of obligations. After a series of raids on caravans passing near your home, you put together a scouting party. You've caught a bandit leader and one of his raiders. The leader pleads for release, pledging to comply with your terms. Nihilist fucking Joshua Graham their asses. Let's have a look here. I mean, these guys are raiders and they are walking our fucking caravans. We need to stop this. But to be honest with you, like, the town's going to have the exact same call. I mean, Nihilist would be just thwack them both, but then they may come back for revenge. Machiavellian honestly sounds like the play. Like, okay, you get to go or he gets to go. You choose which one gets to go. That sounds fucking sadistic, but in that practical application, that's how I would do it, at least. Which sounds hideous, I know, but... A nearby townstead has a new chief, and he's starting to flex his muscles. He sends an envoy with a threat. Pay tribute or suffer his wrath. He clearly has the military strength to back it up. Nihilist, if he thinks he can take it, let him come. You're not scared of his threats. Negotiate with the envoy and escort him back. Concealed, your top fighters follow. In town, publicly execute the envoy, displaying his head on a spike. Want the others to surrender their chief or face the same fate. Fucking crazy. Okay, let's see. Humanists send scouts to see if he can back it up, and utilitarians send an envoy in return and try to negotiate with the crew chief. War hurts everyone, and maybe can work out a way to be of mutual benefit. I'd rather not pick a fight, but he is looking to pick a fight, and honestly, it's hard to walk people back from that position, so I'll go with humanist. Like, if he can fuck us up, let's at least start on friendly terms. A child in the village has started showing symptoms of the plague. Town chooses to quarantine him and his family, but you caught him sneaking out of the house to play with other kids. What now? Let him go with the what? No, it's fucking plague. In fact, no, let's not do that. Explain to the family what happened to. Explain to the family what happened to the town if they're all infected. The whole family will have to leave town if they continue to put everyone at risk. There's no execute him on the spot option, which is bullshit. But I mean, to be honest with you, the utilitarian option again just makes more sense. Like, no, it's plague. Like, living in a culture post-COVID, we know people are fucking idiots, and sometimes even telling them, look, if you go out and talk to people, you might infect them, they may still not listen, so guard is probably the way to do it. You've been captured by people who've clearly gone mad, finding themselves in a pen along with a Jew farmer you've met before, a mercenary stripped to his weapons, and a terrified young family. The captors assemble a massive pie, indicating their intent for a twisted sacrifice. Noticing a guard's distraction, you're certain you can escape on your own, but every person you bring with you increases your chance you will get caught. Let's have a look here. Supporting on your own. First one come with you. Do you find climbs way out? First, the other themselves. Just bum rush the motherfuckers. Like, if I can get the merc out and I can get the Jew farmer out, then we can cause a hell of a lot of chaos very fucking quickly. Like, a small group of people taking on a large mob, if you've got the initiative, can do a lot of fucking damage. You've discovered a cache of pre-apocalypse supplies in an abandoned farmhouse. You can't carry it all back on your own, so you enlist a few friends from town to help. When you return to the cache, you find a group of emaciated scavengers in the process of looting the place for themselves. Do you let them take the supplies? No way. Threaten the scavengers, let them take the supplies, fly back to home. Once they can loot the goods and kill them. Fuck! Okay, Machiavellian, calm down. Let them go. They're starving, cleaning more than you do. I mean, to be fair, like, if they need them and we're mostly just getting it for the sake of the, like, for the profit, I'd rather just let that go for them. Yeah, there we go. Oh god, and now we're doing character generation. Drunken Master? Interesting, okay. There are 6 attributes in Broken Road: strength, agility, resolve, awareness, intelligence, and charisma. Alright. Very Australian. Attributes are the basis of which skills are the statistics of droid. Each skill tree each origin story comes with bonuses, so we've got 1 to strength, 1 to awareness, shooting mastery, and opportunist. 2 goes on to the right. Each resolve and 13 awareness. All skills from temperance tree start at 21. Shooting mastery is bonus from 10 with the high goes just the punt skill. Okay, what's this? One of the unique skills in Broken Road is the ability to have a punt, essentially taking a risk on something uncertain. Your player character has a pool of punt points they can draw on if they need to attempt a skill check that they fall just short of, or they want to increase the accuracy of a particular attack in combat. That's interesting. Okay. So you don't have to spec into something all the way if you want to have a go at it, because punt points give you that extra oomph. During dialogue, active skill checks will fall within the range of a character's skills, plus punt points will be displayed with a unique icon alongside the text. This will allow you to spend punt points for a chance to succeed at a task you would otherwise be unable to perform. I like that. I like that a lot. Punt is derived from charisma, which makes sense, because that's the one thing that's going to let you push your chances. Each additional skill point isn't directly equal one additional punt point, however. Skills attain different ranks, blah blah blah. Increasing their punt from 32 to 50 with placement rank 3, and so on. Cool. Right, so we've got... Okay, so Barbican is... shrug off damage like a brick shithouse. Nice, so toughness, melee, obviously, beat the heck out of someone. Help yourself to free swipe at enemies doing a runner. No stealth, no flow state, whatever that is. Throwing, so if I want to just chuck shit at people. Deadeye will obviously be shooting. While being drunk, drink again to make 2 attacks on the nearest enemy. So oh my god, the power of alcohol in an Australian post-apocalyptic game. Mwah, I love it. Right, so Deadeye is taking time to line up my shot, but this seems like more general. Okay, then we've got biology, which is more like health, leadership, punt, obviously, and I'm definitely going to put some into... I'm going to pop that up to 25, just so I can get it to level 2. Let's have a look here. What am I trying to be here? I'm going to be... A bit tragic looking. But I am going to put a little bit into intelligence. A bit into awareness. Some into resolve. And then let's up my agility a fair amount. Oh no, I'm all out of points. Cool. So that gives me... Okay, so I've got a little bit more there. 6, 25. So I'm still at that. Right, now let's... I feel like we're making more of a gun hand, so they're probably going to be... Yeah, a bit of basic knowledge on how to heal themselves, and some picking devices, special weapons, and punt. Then let's say shooting mastery is already at 25 just automatically. Vigilance, throwing. You know what? We'll just keep it with those 3. I feel like that's a pretty decent balance. Let's kick in, kick off, crack on. One of those 3.
You made it. Good. My name's Jake Anderson, and this here's Bally Hall.
The sandy-haired fat man's face is sunbeaten and craggy, a testament to life lived in the bush. Empty says, continue. Truth to tell, I wasn't sure you'd make it. Between the wildlife and the attacks we'd seen, sorry, I'm automatically doing an Australian accent. Thought you might have met with some misadventure. He swipes his nose with a thumb. Oh.
So the job's simple and the pay's good. You'll ride along to Kokobee with a couple of my scouts as security for Cole, the engineer fixing our radio. At Kokobee, you'll be meeting Mick, the mayor of Brookton, and escorting them both back home.
It's an easy job, not expecting much trouble, but better safe than sorry, yeah? He doesn't wait for an answer. Let me introduce you around. Ella's over here, she's my second. He pauses. My cousin too, her and her sister Mad, who's keeping watch for the crow's nest. Don't get on our bad sides.
New blood, eh, Jake?
The rangy woman's face is careworn and sunbeaten. She looks you up and down and raises an eyebrow. Oh, going for the trip to Kokobee. Figured it couldn't hurt, the situation being what it is, eh? Gonna be with you, so maybe you can give it the tour. That'd be good, cheers. She looks at you, she pities you. I was being nice! I'm sure your sparkling personality will shine through and you'll win a place in the heart in no time. Ella. That's me, noted heartbreaker and charmer. She's so deadpan she seems serious. I love her already. You fancy seeing the place? Meet the colourful locals? Yeah, I've got a few questions first. She sighs and crosses her arms. Alright, let's have them. So, why is Bally Hall your base? Been in the family for generations, yeah? We've been hunkered down here since before the gone away world went away. It's a good spot, close enough to the towns we can reach them, far enough away they don't bother us. And the barely human predators out in the bush, they know not to fuck with us too. Good sight lines from the crow's nest up there on top of the hall. We know the land hereabouts like a lover. That was creeping up on us. Alright, so what kind of dangers are there? Out there, in there, over there. Over there! Anyway. Likely a bandit or two, but most steer clear when they see we've got guns. She considers for a moment and grudgingly says, yeah, it'll be good to have you with us if things go sideways. So what can we expect in Kokobee? People looking to offload their junk on the next sucker. Barter crews hitting the piss and chewing off each other's ears off mostly. As in talking, or just chewing ears? Good spot for Jew farmers, fuel scabbies, whoever else brings their wares. Oh, rail crossing that's become a main way station this side of Meriden. Generally pretty boring, but it's paying work, so... Jake seems like he's in charge. What does that put you? She stares at you for a moment. Second in command and happy to be there. Jake's smart, experienced and a great leader. We've all got a lot to learn from him. Alright, well if you're 2IC... Ooh, the zoom! Let's have that 5. So, you've already met the boss. That leaves Jonesy, Dreamer and Mad. Might as well say hi to Cole too, so you should be escorting him. Your choice of who you want to talk to first. Ready? Alright, who's Mad?
My sister. She does a bit of mechanic work from time to time and keeps things running smoothly here. Never really seemed to take to people very well. Or maybe people never really took to her. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
Anyway, she's part of the crew, but don't take it personally, she does want to be pals. Right, Jonesy. She nods towards what looks like a makeshift training area. A hooded man is arranging mannequins and bottles.
Handles blades and small arms. Tough guy. Jonesy's really fucking good in the bind. His dad's the mayor of Brookton, Mick. We'll meet him later today.
Let's have a look at...
Brookton boy. He fixed up our tow truck and keeps the radio systems in order. Kind of the go-to fixer for anything Mad can't do. Decent enough engineer. Talks a lot, though. Just shut him up if you feel like it.
With a kiss? No, hang on.
That's Mishti. Wet behind the ears, only 18 years old, but a mad talent for negotiating. She saved us some bullets and bandages for sure.
She got her pistol holstered facing up towards... Alright, never
Call her
mind.
dreamer, because she has big ideas of crossing the Nullarbor and seeing the world. Right now, she's busy sorting through inventory and storage, just past the hall. Probably never dreamed of that. Let's go.
Right, let us crack the fuck on. Okay, so Waz moves me around. It's a little slow, but it does the job. There we go, there's Mad up there. How do we get to say, oh, we're just going to stand at the bottom of the hall and go, hello? Yes, to the roof of the hall. Look up there in the crow's nest. That's my sister, Mad. She'll be staying behind when the rest of us range on our jobs later.
Mad. New hired gun. Going to be coming with Mishti and me to Kokobee.
The woman in the watchtower wears drab brown... The woman in the watchtower... Fuck! The woman in the watchtower wears drab brown clothes, loose and comfortable. Her face is hard, her build muscular. She looks like she rustles roofs for fun. She scowls down for the makeshift turret. Are you babysitting Ella, or is she sitting you? I'm not much of a sitter, to be honest. I'm a good teammate, though. Very much remains to be seen. Pull your weight, it'll be no trouble for me. Got to be better than the last one, though, yeah? Yeah, now don't stick your neck out too far this time. Look, I'm the one who needs a sitter, Mad. Wasn't long I was changing in nappies. She turns to you. You ready to move on? Meet the others? Fuck you, Ella, she says it without rancour. Hey, before you go new, kid, I need to make sure the perimeter's secure before you all head out. Don't want any unpleasant surprises. What do you need? Not going to run your mouth then? We'll get along fine. She chews her lip for a moment, studying the fence and points. I want you to walk a circle around the outside of the fence, check for holes. If a dingo can fit through, call it out and we'll patch it up. No need for you to get your precious hands dirty, just need your eyes. Don't mind repairing it. You don't have to be so eager, mate. We're no strangers to hard work. All I need are your eyes. Besides, you don't have the Kokobee run. Don't you have a Kokobee run? To get this done, you can head out. She settles back in her chair, her eyes scanning the horizon.
That's all we're going to get out of her. Come on, let's go.
Alright, let's go and have a look over here. Up to Tut North. Look at Tut Fence. Nice little scouts where you can just go to let one rip, make sure you're unaccompanied. I don't think that's what it means. But fair enough. Okay, I'm not seeing any holes in the fence over here. Entering a compost war era. I'm very much liking the writing already. It's a nice balance of actually like well written and then just a little funny and silly in places. Right, hang a second. Let's have a look at Dreamer here. She raises her hand to the young woman as you approach her. Dreamer, give them fresh meat away, will you?
Fresh meat? For dinner? You know I gave up human flesh, Ella. Oh, I'm Mishti. They call me Dreamer.
You sweet people? Just pull your leg, mate. Never even human flesh. Well, yeah. What do you do? Comic relief? Bit of a pricker. You just fucking... Oh, never mind. No monsters, though. I've seen worse than you on the regular. She pastes the smile back on. Her grouchy face doesn't faze me near so much as the Darrow's running at me with knives made of pig bones and scrap metal.
Anyway, my job here, such as it is, consists of two main gigs. What I do best is convince people to save their bullets. I defuse fights, make sure people get along, keep their blood inside their skins. The other job? Cleaning up this mess. Exactly right. If we're looking to get civilization rolling again, we can't just settle our problems by making more corpses.
I hate to break it to you about how civilization was founded, but it was mostly over who was the biggest murdering bastard. But anyway, anything I can help with? That's really kind of you to ask. As a matter of fact, I could use a hand with a couple of things. Jay wanted to get some time at the firing range. Make sure as good as you say you are, you know?
Last fella was a bit of a legend in his own lunchbox. Now he's dead. Better to know up front if someone's aim is a bit shit. Corpses aren't so great at self-improvement.
Let's see. Jay wants you to get your gun down warmed up, and I need some scrub cleared out of the paddock, and the tub filled with water. Easy peasy. I can immediately lie. Done. No, you clearly fucking haven't. Alright,
Later.
let's get to it. Right, I think I've got to go actually outside the camp to look around. So we'll do what we can indoors first, then we'll move around to other bits and pieces.
Name's
Alright,
Jonesy,
Smeghead.
mate. Who are you?
Who the fuck do you think I am? Warren fucking Buffett. Jake hired him to give us a hand on the way to Kokeby. He's pretty new to the life. Got tips for him? You're going for the good guys, eh? Glad to hear it. You ever used your weapon on a person before? Yeah, loads of times lie. Yeah, loads of times truth. Raise an eyebrow. That's why I was thinking of teaching a hardened killer like you, but yeah, maybe this would be helpful.
So my advice is this. Time comes to throw down, don't blink. None of the Derros out in the bush would, it's them or you. I made the mistake of trying to be kind once.
Pulls on the top of his shirt. Pulls on the top of his shirt, showing a nasty scar running across his chest. Here's how she repaid me. He shakes his head sadly. When they've sunk that low, the only out for him is hot lead. Hell, that's a good cure for just about it. Damn! You did find out, didn't you, kid? Hate to ruin this idea discussion, but I'm supposed to be squirting our friend here around. That's a colourful turn of phrase. You and Jake headed back to Brookton after our decide, yeah? Yeah, gonna swing by and see my old man. Got to update him on the kill count. Building a fearsome reputation, huh? Nice. Gonna break a few eggs to make that new world cake. Oh, I fucking love that. That's your thing.
It's not just the killing, mind you. Though just between you and me, fuck the raiders, rustlers and other arseholes shitting up the place. Let them piss in their boots when they hear my name.
Don't let him fool you. Under that bloodthirsty exterior lurks, well, the heart of a killer. But under that, not a bad guy. Not if he's on your side. Well, unless you're a farmer. Then you should lock up your wife and daughters. Livestock too.
Damn it, he's straight.
Ah, you know me so well, Ellie. Except the livestock thing. No one can prove that.
I'm assuming that like the VA work is partially done, hence some lines not being done yet, but the voice work as is pretty fucking good. He snaps 90 degrees to his left to turn to you and points his thumb over the shoulder at her. Watch out for her, she's secretly not always mean. Bullshit, I made her mean. Anyway, like I said, we've got to keep moving. You have anything more to talk to Jonesy about? Missed you said to talk to you about target practice. Oh, for sure, let's get on with it. You can show us what you got. Get stuck into it. Right, combat! Take this, dummies! Different weapons are more effective depending on the distance of the target. Pistol and shotguns up close, rifles from distance, sniper rifles from even further away. Right. Let's see, 75%. Oh, how many AP do I have? I have... Okay, so... I have various movement points. Where is my... Oh, there, it's at the bottom. Okay, so I've got 5 movement points. So... This shows me line of sight. Give that a go. Oh. Texturally clear in the world, but okay, so that's already been taken out. So now, okay, so I think I can only fire once per turn, and then it's all just manoeuvring after that. So, all right. Go. Yeah, because I haven't got enough AP to do any more, I think I'm going to do 1 shot per round. mate. Good to have you on board. Hey, Ellie, you might be not going to be the resident sharpshooter any longer. She says nothing but gives Jonesy the most hard of a shit stare you've ever seen. Ah, she's such a charmer. Alright, that was not the clearest combat in the world, but I guess it may get a bit more open as we get into proper combat itself. Trusty journal. Meet Cole. Right. Right, chat in a second. Oh, no, party management. That's what I wanted to do. Shared stash. Okay, so we've got other bits and pieces here as well. I kind of want him to be more of a gunslinger. So I'm actually going to go with that instead. Oh, I can have... What fucking frag grenades? Okay, Jesus Christ, man. Could be Emu, could be Rue, could be one of your mates. It all tastes like chicken and sometimes it's best not to ask questions. Which is also 10 HP. Then we got rags. Sadly I can't slap scrap onto it, but there you go. Right, and I'm assuming, if I go over to her, yeah, she's got a sniper rifle, she's got a little Shima thing on there. Right, close that. Go to journal, side quests. Clear the script for the camel panel, refill the bathtub. Right, east, south, and west side of the perimeter. Right. Let's go outside and have a little poke around. I am just loving the look of this place as well. It's gorgeous. Right. So we're looking for little fucking wallaby holes that could potentially crop up. All the little wildlife you can stir up as well. Which, to be fair, in Australia is probably terrifying, but... Hold up! She stops and motions to a section of nearby fence. A small pile of dirt is next to a shallow hole. So someone's been trying to dig their way in. What do you reckon it is? Dingoes. Little bastards been trying to dig their way in since Mishti turned the place into a chook farm. And then nods her head towards the crow's nest. Anyway, we'll have to get it filled in today. Alright, so I guess we're just going to run around here, spot stuff, and go from there. There's a piece of corrugated iron ball coming loose. Found something. What? Something loose spot over there. Well, that's fine. I reckon you bottle tool is all she needs. The thing is, it's been patched up since, jeez, before I reckon. Oh, no, there's a single piece of the original wall still here. All remains though. Ah, yes, the wall of Theseus. Nothing to poke around on. Looks like this has been built on some kind of... Looks like a landing strip, maybe? Some kind of airport, maybe? Yeah, it's hard to tell. It is always fun. Oh, here we go. Hey, found something. I saw it from the other side, but alright. A small hole in the fence? That's fucking massive. Ah, I believe things falling apart. Man, I need to patch this one properly. She shouts over the fence. Oi, Mishti, you hear me? Tell Madge you got a proper patch-up job here to do out here, would you? Oh, she's going to love that. Well, I reckon I'll have to keep Mad for hours while we're away. Nice work. Oi, man, found 3 lovely jobs for you. Should keep you from falling asleep while we're gone. Mad snarls something unintelligible and turns away again. Manual labour. Well, your hour's work and you can follow instructions. So far, so good. Alright, let's head back and check in with the others. Cole's got to be done by now. I don't think there's anything we can really play around with out here, so... Oh, hello. Wait, what was that? Not a bad spot for a corroboree. I'm assuming that means meeting. Honestly, nothing here. It's all Australian to me. Which is a mixture of Greek and then whatever the fuck. People will always want them to leave their mark, regardless of how hard it is to read. Nice. God, yeah, no, the whole, like, just lovely... It's not overly dense. There's enough characters of everything to make it interesting to look at, but it's not so dense it's hard to actually pass through things. Ella calls out actually a young man elbow deep in a pile of electronics. Oi, Cole! The gangly young man. The gangly young twink hurriedly wipes his hands on his coverall and he sees you. His carrot orange hair flops over his eyes and gives you a broad grin.
Cole, meet your new protector. We need extra muscle for our trip to Brookton. Given Jake and Jones here headed down Alderside way to see why they're so quiet. Hired this one on to keep an eye on you.
Oh, that's bloody fantastic. I'm just about done with the repeater array here and should be powering up at the solar panels in no time. Keep your scouts back up and on the network in a jiffy, and I'll get sorted once I can hit the market in Kokeby and... Steady there, Christmas. I was making an introduction, one thing at a time. You raised Alderside yet? Oh, crikey, no, not yet. That's why I mentioned Kokeby. See, your modulator's shot and I don't have a spare, so a good thing we're headed up there. Once you get that modulator, everything else is gold and you'll be right as rain. You sure it's the modulator? Is there an output problem? You know electronics? Well, glad to hear that. Listen, what's happening here is, and he launches into a string of technical jargon, and while you're able to follow along, he's pretty damn smart, and you're forced to admit the problem is, in fact, the modulator. Eventually, he winds down. Crikey, that was a good yarn. He hands you a small clear plastic bottle. Bet I to put this to good use too. I'm not planning on losing my eyesight anytime soon. Where do you want to head out? So the scouts don't have a working radio. Till we get the modulator sorted, we might as well learn how to use passenger pigeons or reflecting mirrors or something. You know, mirrors are great in the daytime. Well, the sunny daytime. But kind of worthless at night, and cloudy days. So, yeah, we need to get to Kokobee for a new part. Where do you want to head out? Well, he steps back and looks at his tools, the radio and the solar panels. I reckon whenever you're ready to go, I can clean up real fast. Meantime, I keep working on projects around here. Got nothing really pressing back in Brookton, I don't think.
We'll have plenty of time to chat on the way to Kokobee.
I will have this twink! God damn it. Sorry, I should not be this aggressively thirsty. Damn, it's hot. Yeah. The camel knows what I'm on about. Right, we've got to refill a bathtub. Oh, hang on a second. Before we do that. Save game. New save. This might be where shit gets a little bit sideways.
There's only a small amount of grimy water left in the tub. Those camels are going to need something to drink, and soon. You quickly fill the tub, providing clean drinking water for those noble beasts. You're already a real hero.
Real human being. Alright, that didn't soft lock. I'm pretty happy with that. Right, we've done this, we've done that, we've done a bit of the other. Clear scrub from the camel paddock. Ah, we've got to clean this shit out as well. Right, let's sort that.
This scrub looks like it's invading the camel's enclosure and they're having trouble resting without getting pricked. It wouldn't take you long to clear it out.
The voices in my head are telling me to pull this bush out, so, yeet. The job only takes a few minutes and the paddock is cleared. The scouts will no doubt be happy with your handiwork. Nice. See, the camel approves. Good lads. Right, I have a feeling those are the job's jobbed. There we go, under J. Report back to Mishti. Got that sussed. Right, let's just go and let Mishti know we got that sussed, and we're good to go. She smiled broadly as you approach. Hey, how's the work treating you? Got those things done. Yeah, of course, what's up? I finished everything.
That's bloody fantastic. Great work, mate. I definitely owe you one. Remind me at the pub later on, would you?
Beer owed.
Here you go. Oh, you've saved me a ton of trouble. Anything else today?
Let's have a little bit of a chat. What's going on around here? Anything in the bush I should know about? Get the old bush ranger here and there. Disputes between farmers. Some strange buggers wandering in from the wild. The drought's really making people desperate. Nothing we can't handle. Yeah, you'll be fine. And how'd you get here anyway? Oh, that's a story of its own. You sure you want to hear it? Fuck it, let's go. Oh, you asked for it. She settles back and strokes her chin. Alright, picture a young Mishti, growing up behind the walls of Meriden. Now, picture young Mishti, already a dreamer, learning the world existed in all its boundless wonder outside those walls. Now, she wasn't a bad kid, but she wanted more out of life than the city could give her, so she took every opportunity she could to learn about the world. At age 8, she decided it was time to see it on her own. She shrugs, embarrassed. The guards brought her back home and told her parents they caught her trying to sneak out. They punished her, of course. The world's a dangerous, scary place for city folk, but they couldn't stop her, and by the time she was 15, they gave up trying. Instead, they started looking for a way to make sure she'd be safe. No mercenary work with hunters and collectors, not for their precious girl, but where to turn? Turns out my mum had some friends out York way, and she sent them a message. Did they know anyone who would teach a wild child real bushcraft? She takes a swig of water. Jake came out to meet me himself. Parents already made inquiries, as they do, verified his credentials. He came by every couple of months to give a check-up on me, see how my studies were going. A few months ago I turned 18, he asked my parents if he could take me on full-time as his apprentice. I was halfway out the door before he finished the sentence. He gestures around. Had my share of scrapes of danger out here, wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, there we go.
Fantastic. We'll catch up more on the way to Kokobee, I'm sure.
Oh, God! I'm sorry, I think your workbench is possessed. Right, what's going on over here anyway? I assume this is just the gear shed? Oh, okay, so there's just... My God, there's beer! Where there is hope, there is beer. Funny yarn with your long-distance mate wants to keep Bally Hall supplies. Oh, okay, fair enough. So there is just bits and bobs all over. Okay, so I've got turpentine and I've got a little bit of water in there as well. Okay, fair enough. So I'm not sure if water's going to be like a consumable I need when I'm out, like on the road, but with that all done, let's rock the fuck on.
Heard you having your chin wags with everyone. How you finding Ella? She's rough around the edges, but then we all are. It's why I like to have her squire people around. Anyway, what'd you think of the place?
Sorry, I'm allergic to post-apocalyptic hellscapes. Ugh, it's alright. He seems vaguely disappointed. Well, just alright. I can see your point, but to be honest, I mean, I grew up here, lots of memories, good and bad. Got a special meaning to me, but to each their own, I suppose.
Anyway, if you're done with that, time to get Cole up to Kokobi. Like I said before, should be safe and easy. Once you get there, meet up with Mick. He can be a real charmer. Or he can be a right bastard. He's a hard man, so it's best not to bullshit him. He's Jonesy's adopted dad, if that gives you any idea what he's like.
Well, fair enough. We're going with him back to Brookton. Jonesy and you will meet you there once we've finished up with our side. Anything else you need from Bally before we go? Yeah, good luck out there. I think we're about ready to go to Kokobi as well. Yeah, wrapped up with Misty and Madass. Let's get moving. Okay, best of luck with everything. We'll meet you in Brookton once we're done. Jonesy, grab your gear. We're rolling out. Same. We're on the way then. She shouts to the other two. Go, Dreamer! Let's get on the road. You know the drill, Ella. Stay safe and don't be stupid. No, what's Jake? Another stupid leaked on my side of the family tree. We're all set.
Oh, I would be deeply offended if I was smart enough to understand that, I'm sure. But look, keep your skin in one piece, yeah? And this goes double for you, Mishti. If you're outside the gate, don't let your guard down.
You too, new kid. If all else fails, listen to Ella. She'll steer you right. Got it, Chief. See you later. And there we go. Tutorial section done, mostly.
You're not even an hour away from Bally Hall when you spot a makeshift cart on the road. A man lies motionless on the ground. A sobbing woman cradles his body.
Shit. I'm not going to open my
Heads
fucking
up.
mouth and say something dumb.
Over there, behind the fence.
The young man sitting off the side of the road is rocking back and forth, a pistol held, unheeded in one hand. Neither he or his mum appeared to have noticed you, lost in their own personal tragedy.
Things could get dicey. Hang back while we check this out.
You got it, boss.
Right, this seems slightly fucked. Makes you cart us in better days, but still appears to be in one piece. He's a solid 7. Would have been an 8, but for the hole in his chest. So I could be a good listener too on account of being dead. Am I just... Shit, I'm canonically gay. Let's fucking go. Or maybe bisexual. Who the fuck knows? Right, I feel like approaching the kid's not a smart move, so... You may say a woman is sobbing over the body of a man lying sprawled in the dirt. Bright blood stains his shirt and pools in the dust of the road. He doesn't look up as he approaches. Well, he doesn't because he's fucking dead. She doesn't look up because she's trapped in the mould of her own pain. Oh, damn it. I'm too far out of the way to... I just want to... I want to get over there. Damn it. Alright, what happened? At first you think she isn't answering you. Then you catch the fragments of words at the edges of her sobs. She looks up, wiping her face with the edge of her sleeves.
What are you even doing here? Why now? Why not before he... before...
Did he attack you? No, he would never. Now... She leans down and puts her head on the corpse's chest, shaking her head in unceasing denial. She gives you a look, then steps forward to take command of the situation. What can we do? She stares at Ella for a few seconds as if to assure herself the pale woman is real. My son, he shot Greg. They took the gun and... He's a good boy, I can't lose him too. What's your son's name?
It's Will. Same as his granddad.
Right, we'll go and have a little chat with him then. She nods to the boy sitting there behind the fence. Right. They're fucking delicate. Alright, hang on a second, I'm just going to look at... Right. I don't believe I can level up yet, so I am very much just going at this with whatever I've got to hand. And I have no fucking charisma! Oh, brilliant, this kid's fucking dead!
Stay back! I've got a gun!
Oh, that's a... Alright. I'm not here to hurt you. Just take a deep breath. You don't understand! His arms seem to lower of their own free will. I just killed someone! He raised his arms again. I could kill you too! Who was that man? Did he attack you? He scrubs its face with one hand. No, you got it all wrong. He was... He points the gun at you with renewed ferocity. I don't want to talk about it. She takes a step towards him, hands up and empty. Hey, let's just have a chat, alright? I'm just going to let her take the lead on this. We've all done things we regret, right? One split-second decision, it all seems like it's over. But it's not. You're still here, and that means you have a chance to make it right. You don't know what happened. What I did. He gestures wildly with the pistol. Ella's expression doesn't change, but she widens her stance. I killed him! My own dad, and all because he... You're not responsible for what your dad did, Will. Your voice is soft and sympathetic.
No, it wasn't like that. He asked me to. He said he was holding me and Mum back, that we'd never make it to Meriden at this rate, so he asked me to make sure she makes it. And I shouldn't even be alive.
Dreamer, you better fucking have this. She won't make it if you're dead, Will. You know that, Will. His hands tremble, then his arms. He drops the pistol, slumps to the ground, his head in his hands. Dreamer! Fucking MVP! Oh! She picks up the pistol, checks the cartridge, tucks it into her belt. You'd be safer without that around now. We're done here. If they get attacked, there'll be defences. Believe it, he'll be off himself, and he's nothing worth stealing except this. She bounced the pistol. I'll get a wiggle on. We're moving out.
Cool.
Oh.
You ready? Let's go.
Hey,
Jesus.
you did good back there. It's nice to meet someone else who's willing to believe that a bullet to the head won't solve all the world's problems.
Sometimes we make bad decisions. Doesn't mean we have to keep making them. Damn straight. And we did good today. All three of us. I can imagine that going so fucking bad if you just, like, overcommitted to doing one thing or the other. But I like that there's a non-skill check option that still ends well. You just have to know you just have to know you have to trust Dreamer to do it. That was real fucking good as an introduction. Ah.
Welcome to Kirkby Way Station. Now we've got Cole here. All we need to do is wait for Mick to arrive, and escort the two of them back to Brookton. He should be arriving any minute now. Any minute now?
I'm gonna go check the radio tower and catch up with Dustin. He's usually got modulators up the wazoo. I'll be down there if you need me.
There he goes. Never a dull moment with Cole around.
She doesn't quite smile, but her face takes on a slightly softer edge. I'll introduce you to Tina. She runs the place. Good person to know if you're looking for work.
Oi, Tiny!
Tiny. Extremely fucking polite. Hello, we've got all sorts of people to look at here. Damo Lane. The young man stands up straight, bouncing his foot restlessly as you approach. He has a smear of grease under one eye and a dusty mop of unattended hair held at bay with a weather-beaten cap. G'day, name's Damo. Everyone needs fuel. Black gold's rather than actual gold these days. I've got petrol, diesel, whatever you need. He grins, but there's a preoccupation to his spiel. Best price this side of Meriden, or I'll eat my hat. The old man sitting next to him groans, head lolling on his shoulders. He's covered in a fine black dust that like been rolling around after a bushfire. A thin sheen of sweat glistens on his cheeks, but his lips are as dry as the rest of the desert air. Damo looks at him with concern. Steady on now, old fella. He speaks with forced joviality, but there's a tenderness in his face that his worry can't quite conceal. Let's have a look here. How'd you come across fuel out here? Me and my mate, I got it from a refinery out west. He glances at his companion. Actually, he's in a bad way. I reckon you can help. He got into a bit of trouble at the refinery and Sid ended up copping the worst of it. He said everything was fair dinkum, but now his hair's fallen out and he hasn't eaten in 3 days. You know, all he probably needs is some iodine. She looks at Sid, tapping her chin. I've got a doctor friend down Brookton way. She'd help him, especially if I told her I sent you. I'm sure Jess would let him take him in for take him in the camel cart. What do you reckon, Ella? Oh, I reckon he got a soft spot for staircases. She grins. See? Sorted. His mouth falls open. Really? I mean, thanks. Yes, please. He springs forward and shakes your hand so hard it makes your elbow hurt. Oh, God! Wanker's cramp! No! He looks up at you, lips cracked and face pale. He's sweating and shivering and has difficulty focusing his gaze. I shake your hand, but I've had the runs for the past 6 days. You don't want to know what I've been using for toilet paper. You're not going to shit on me, are you? I hope not. Violent tremor shakes him from head to toe.
Just settle back and rest, old fella. When Jess arrives, we'll get you set up nice and comfy for the ride to town.
He tries to speak, but the trembling of his lips defeats him. In the end, he simply nods. Told you there were good people out here. Hey! I like it, we can be nice. Yay! Oh my god, that man has an arcade machine. He is now my new best friend.
Friend, welcome to Kokobi and the energy source of the future. See anything you like?
Gestures at the array of solar panels lit around his stall, his clip-on fan bobbing dangerously with the movement. What makes solar... I like... just immediately in the... G'day! Mate, he holds up a hand, drawing the moment out as far past anyone's comfort level. I can tell you're new to the energy game. He leans in close. These guys don't give a rat's ass about keeping informed, but me, I know my worth. When it comes to energy, you got 3 choices, right? Dig up some black stuff and set it on fire, use that big old fire orb up in the sky, or run water through some turbines or some shit. Don't know about you, but I don't see a whole lot of water nearby, and I hate getting dirt out under my fingernails. What's special about solar? It's the gentleman's energy source. He gives you a painfully awkward wink. Civilization, my friend, that's the way of the future. He finally runs out of steam and gives you a supposedly charming smile. So what do you say? Want to invest in a better, brighter you? What have you got for sale? Bartering for goods. When browsing a shop, you may see a number in the top left-hand corner of the item. To purchase one item from the stack, click and hold the right mouse button on the item. Okay, so it's basically value more than cash directly. Jesus, $2,000! I'm alright. Rechargeable car battery, screwdriver. Nah, I think we're good for the moment.
Come back soon.
Right. Catch you around. I've got to love a menu with the options of roo steak, or go fuck yourself. I am very much a supporter of that. Oh, your old timers used to complain about quality over quantity. Ha! What a life. I'm assuming he's going to be more of a general trader. Welcome to Kokobi. A smile is genuine if a little hesitant. Though maybe you come here all the time. Sorry, I've been out of the trading game for a while. Need any water? Yeah, what's your story? I'm Frida. Got a decent source of wet, sweet-tasting water and looking for a long-term mutual exchange. She appraised you with a practiced eye. Forgive me, but you don't seem like the settle-down type. If I come across someone who's looking for a steady supply and can buy in bulk, tell them to look me up, though. Alright, well... What can you tell me about Kokobi? It's a lot bigger than it used to be. She laughs abruptly, startling herself. Not much to do, but it's a handy crossroads for hawking your wares at hapless passers-by. Alright, and what are you hawking at hapless passers-by? Soap, my dear God and my absolute nutcase. Oh no, but we do have actual cash as well. I don't want that many. How do I split a stack? No. I'm not entirely certain how I split a stack here, so let me just have a quick look at controls. I haven't got the first fucking clue, so we'll just skip that for the moment. See you when you're thirsty, or smell like a fucking wallaby's ballsack. Whomstuff the fuck is this grindcore looking motherfucker? Jesus.
I'm busy.
He has the stance of someone who's seen other people with military training, but never through it himself. He reeks of sweat, and his camo is obviously the wrong colour for the surrounding terrain.
What do you want, kid? Looking for a real man to show you how to use a gun?
I'm looking for a real man, but for different reasons. In your dreams, mate. What's your deal? My deal? He spares you an amused glance. My deal is that anything standing between these bogans and a slow death in the sun. There'd be no coca beer if I wasn't protecting the whole place. Everybody'd be too scared to set up shop. Like you and whoever else crawl from under a rock to limp here. Actually, I'm pretty sure protecting the people and places around here is what we do. Excuse me, I appear to have the fucking hiccups out of absolutely bastard nowhere. Ever thought of joining up with the Scouts? You know that ramshackle outfit? I'd rather kiss my own face with a tire iron. Looks like you already fucking have with those cheekbones. Don't. She held out a hand to silence Mishti's retort. He's just trying to get you rolled up. He smirks. Need a hand? With what? The camel dung or the bloody flies? He waves his hand in an Aussie salute. Go pick up all the shit you like. I won't stop you.
Whatever.
Alright. Fine. You thick-chested piece of shit. Well, there's kangaroos all over the fucking place, and they're not beating people to death, so this is clearly a more toned-down version of Australia. Never thought I'd tiptoe around the Mesa gang so far from Meriden. Wonder what happened to that old cobbler who showed up from time to time. Fresh veggies, premium goods. They don't tend to last long in the sun. Get them while they're hot, or preferably before.
Welcome to Kokobi, stranger.
The effervescent teenager in an outdated conductor's uniform salutes you neatly as you approach. A polished silver whistle hangs on a chain at her hip. Tina, g'day. We just here to pick up some parts of the radio, then we're headed to Brookton with Mick and Cole. Thought we said hi while we're here. She gestures vaguely at you. This here's a hard gun. Jake reckoned we could use an extra hand there. Now you're introduced. Ella, Mishti, always a pleasure. She smiles, the dimples in her cheeks making her look even younger. Mick's not here yet, but you're just in time. Got a little bit of a pest problem. Hoping you can see me clear. I like your uniform. Thanks. She gives you a delighted smile. I found it while I was cleaning out those trains for people to stay in. It was tucked away under a console, like in the cab, like it was just waiting for me. She put her arms out and does a spin to let you appreciate the uniform from every angle. Noah thought it suited me, anyway. Alright, oh, who's Noah? Noah's my brother, but he's 4 years older than me, so he's more like my father. That's not an age gap for a dad! She shoots the inside of her cheek as she considers you. Yeah, you're probably about the same age. Tell me about your pest problem then.
We hired a mercenary in Mason to help protect the town.
Oh, that bitch. I saw you talking to him, so you probably already know what brand of arsehole we're dealing with. Problem is, he won't get lost. Claims you have a contract. She gives him the finger and keeps it up as she lazily extends his arm to do the same.
I want you to convince him to move on. Go terrorize someone else. And to stop being such a fucking crybaby.
Wah, I'm a little girl and my big brother's not here.
What a gigantic fucking turd.
Go sit on a rusty spike and rotate, you old filthy bastard. So yeah, I want him gone, thanks.
So where's Noah? I don't know, signed up with a barter crew. Haven't seen him since. He said something about sowing his wild oats. She falls quiet. I really hope he doesn't become a farmer, though. She fiddles with a whistle at her hip. He's beyond terrible with plants. Anyway, why do you care? You got everything you need. Want to trade? Alright, what you got in stock? You have fruit and veg. You have an empty milk bottle. Rope. Meat. Sounds like a good Saturday night. No, let's stay there for the moment. Right. We'll go and have a word with him.
Looking forward to your problem-solving capacities.
Please tell me I'm dead and I don't have to walk anymore. Mood. El Mood Grande. Don't mind him, he's got his knickers in a knot because he can't take a joke. Something on your mind? Don't want to hear it. What else are we looking at around here? Just more people to chat to, always good. It's too hot to talk shop, mate. Well, let's go and browbeat this dipshit into the fucking dirt. Hello, Bellend. Let's give you a slap. Tina wants you to move on, mate. I don't give a fuck what Tina wants. She hired me and she had to keep my end of the bargain, protecting Kokobi. It's going to take more than you and your two little nursemates to change my mind. Yeah, I can't make you leave, but you're wasting your talents here, don't you think? Think all the kinds of places you could be appreciated more. Paid more. He narrows his eyes and crosses his arms. He works his jaw and you can tell he's getting ready to bring out the big guns. I have a contract. Merc's word is his worth. I'll go back on that and never work again. You'll never get work again if you're dead either. Fucking hell. I'm tired of it. It's never going to work again as it is. Murder. Jesus Christ. You'll never get work again if you're dead either. What? How are you going to protect all these people if you get yourself killed by running your mouth? His face curls up, scowling as he gets your meaning. Sounds like you're the one angling to get yourself killed. Look, mate, you're an arsehole to everyone. Me, I've got the patience of a saint. Someone less patient would have pulled a gun on you by now. He lets out a genuine laugh. You find this lecturing strangers thing actually works? Piss off! I'm seeing out the end of my contract and getting paid. The smirk fades from his face and pauses for a second, considering. Look, the only way I'm leaving is if you pay out my contract. He jabs your shoulder for emphasis, hard enough to leave a bruise. $50 cash, or that gun of yours. What'll it be? Ooh, so cash, lie. Alright, here's my offer. If you leave right now, I won't tell the scouts and everyone else we can get on the radio that you're an incompetent arsehole. His face goes red, but he nods tersely. You've made your point.
I was getting bored of this shithole anyway. Good luck protecting the place without me.
Destroyed him with a poor Yelp review. Get fucking bodied, you slag. Someone's a bit of a pack rat, or someone don't trash here at night, so not so subtle fuck you. There we fucking go. I'm liking this. I'm liking the versatility go on here. More than once or twice. Like, we've had the opportunity to fight every single time, but yeah. Yeah, I saw. Got to admit, I was hoping for a little bit more wham, pow, bam, but I guess I'm glad you'd have to beat him up. Yeah, we still could. Tina wags her finger at Mishti and mocks Ernest. You're a cheeky one, aren't you? But she smiles. Ah, finally feel like this place is on the up and up. Thanks again, friend. She holds out her hand to shake yours. Give her a high five. It takes her a moment, and she grins and gives you a hand.
That means we're mates now. For real.
Never underestimate the negotiation power of a high five. You're new to this area, aren't you? Mix of force of nature, like a cyclone or a dust storm. When he's here, you'll know. Oh, you'll know, alright. Don't forget he's the one paying us for today. Oh, come on, what's life without a little bit of fun at your employer's expense? She pauses. Actually, don't answer that, I don't want to know. Alright, well, any news? Nothing like you haven't cottoned on to already, by the looks of things. Quite the social butterfly, ain't you? Okay, so that just kind of gives me information. She spots some new arrivals. And would you look at that, right on time, if by that you mean half a day late. She waves at some baked woman and an overdressed man walking up from where they've been hitched their camels.
Hello there, Tina. Lovely as the day is long, as always.
We would have been here sooner, but, well, let's just say it's been an eventful day.
Certainly has. Had some excitement in the morning, had to deal with some diplomacy after that. Not a bad day's work if I say so myself. Suppose introductions are in order. I'm Mick Jones and this is Jess Brown. Run Brookshire's barter crew when I'm needed elsewhere. He studies you. So, you're in your face in this crowd. You into forging alliances, or do you prefer to rough it alone? You've got to stick together if you want to get anything done. Group has more bargaining power than one person alone. Yeah, okay, William and Hamilton. Just don't go on strike on my watch, eh? She gives him a long-suffering look and sighs. On that note, I think I'll try and check on Frida. She gives you a friendly nod. Pleasure to meet you. Is the quality of recruit you're accepting these days? Ella gives him a one-shouldered shrug. He frowns. Though, speaking of new recruits, you adjust his coat and nods to Mishti. Young lady, you're looking well. Oh, me, I'm off for a quick squiz at the goods. Got to keep a hand in. Let me know when you're ready to head off to Brookton. No worries. We took care of Tina's pest problem, so we're free as. Scouts? Free? What do I pay you all that good money for, then? He grins at her. She shakes her head and sighs. He gives you a jaunty salute. See you shortly. She smiles and waves as departing back, then speaks in a low voice. Must be our lucky day. We got old Charmer, Mick. On bad days, it's the old bastard. The old dirty bastard butcher? No, alright, maybe not. She puts her hand down when it's clear he's not going to look back.
Let's finish up and get on the road.
Right, I am probably just going to take a break here because it's fucking like 25 degrees and I have to close the window in order to not have lots of intrusive noise during the recording. I will come back to this. I probably will do a two-parter for this because I'm not sure how much more there is to go, but I'm really enjoying this so far and I hope you are too. As always, you can find the link to the demo in the description and I heartily encourage you to try this out yourself, try different builds, try different dialogue paths. I think we've seen like 2 of the better ones where people have not died horribly, but hey, there may be other ways to resolve this kind of stuff as well. But anyway, thanks very much for watching and see you later.